So welcome to Black Hat Hacking series. So in this video, we are going to do a small practical regarding the silent exploits or maybe the semi-silent. So if you remember in our last video, I have shown you some of the examples that what a silent exploit is mean about and how actually they look like even. But I just shown you a way or like a picture of this type of builders. Can you see it's written like fast silent exploit builder? And like there could be so many names like that, like HT silent exploit builder, fast silent exploit builder, cool silent exploit builder. So it doesn't matter. Actually, they are silent. So it's a builder. Builder means it's just a graphical access which use an engine behind it. And that engine actually generates a doc file for you. So my point is that I always prefer to use directly the engine rather than using this type of builders. Engine is always into a code form. So the real exploits always look like this. Like I have, which we have tried to do some changes. Like they always look like into code form. This is exactly an engine which is being used to generate a doc file. But these type of builders are mostly like, built by some type of scammers. They say, okay, buy our builder and it generates a doc file. Actually, it's not the beauty of this builder. It use always an engine or this exploit file, a Ruby file behind it. This file is actually the thing which generates the file. Now, that's why they just make a very cool builders. They're very easy functions that you select just 2007, 2010 and generate. But they could be fake even. Maybe they do not have even the engine behind it. They just have this interface so that you can see an interface and they can sell it to you. Because you just see, okay, they have something look like this where you can give your exe, you can give the license and you can generate a doc. Maybe it doesn't even generate. It's just a dummy software. So, but if you have the engine, like the one I have, obviously I have the real thing which actually generates it. So I always prefer to work with the directly code exploits, and that's how the exploits always look like. Exploits always primarily come with a Ruby file. I'll explain you how the codes look like and everything in a moment. But you should always even make a habit that you should avoid this type of builders and try to make a habit to work with the real exploits if you are going to use a silent exploit. Or if you want to use some kind of Ramcos type of things, then you do not need to, need these even builders or not even the engine type of, the core type of exploits. But let's do a practical. Let's close this type of builders and let's directly go to the code level. So this is exploit. And if you see, I'll not make this video much complex. I'll just show you like how it have to be built. Basically, if you want to make your own exploits, you need to learn Ruby or some programming language. Or if you want to buy it, always prefer that you buy it into a code form, that raw form, engine form, which you can use anyway. You can also make a builder which can use this engine behind it, or you can also use it directly like into a code form. So if you can see, I'm including some of the modules for HTTP server, for file formats, the PowerShell, which is pre-installed language in the Windows 7, Windows 8 and 10. And I'm also including the exe modules. Then it's going to generate, it will show you the names basically. And then I'm also selecting the architecture, that whether it could be 32-bit or whether the victim could be 64-bit. It will work on both of them. But the platform should be only Windows. It will not work on any Linux or Mac or anything because Microsoft Office can only be installed on the Windows. So first of all, it will verify that it's Windows only, then it will run, else it will false. And even you can see I'm using the payload Windows/metapet reverse_TCP. It's a very common payload. Reverse TCP means it will give you a reverse connection back, that the victim will connect back to attacker automatically. And it will save into a invoice.rtf file after it will be building, and it will use PowerShell to inject into a temporary folders. And after that, there are so many random functions are being used to generate hacks. And I think that's fine. So let's not make this video much complex, and let me show you how to use it. So first of all, I have to copy this exploit into my Metasploit folder. then we can use the Metasploit. So let's copy this exploit in our Metasploit folder. Then we can use Metasploit as our main tool to use this engine. Now, if you want to learn more about Metasploit, Kali Linux, or this type of hackings even, which are like related to little professional level, we'll also be running one more series after this Black Hat, in which we will be learning with the more advanced type of hacks through Kali Linux, Metasploits, exploits, etc. So I just copy it, that this is a command that you are saying that copy the file of which we have, the name which we have, the doc exploit, and the path where you want to paste it. So copy. I go to my desktop and I paste it. So this is copied in our Metasploit. That's it, done. Now we can start our Metasploit. Then we can use this exploit to generate a doc file. So now I search for same name which we have copied in it in the Metasploit htdoc. And it found it. So I use this exploit. Show options. What are the things you have to set? For this one, just the lhost and lport, it's by default selecting 4444. And okay. Set lhost. And here it would be a Kali IP. I copy it. Lhost is your own IP. If you use VPS to hack, now Kali IP cannot be used over the internet. Obviously, you have to use your VPS. We can also install Metasploit on our VPS as well. And then we'll give in the lhost as the VPS IP. Set payload. It's already set, but I set it again. And we can do just exploit. And it have generated the file for the doc. Now let's upload and send this file. Let me upload copy it on the desktop. And that's it. Your job is done. This is the file. And we can upload on the internet and we can send it to attacker. I'll upload files.io, and we can drag and drop. And this is the link. We can go there. Now if you see, we have generated the file and server is also started. If anyone will open your doc file or the RTF file, which also looks like a doc file, anyone will open it, will get his control automatically in the Metasploit. We are waiting. Slow download. Save file. And that's it. Now Microsoft Office have to be installed. And once the installation finish, I'll show you how to double click the file and how to get the victim back on the Kali Linux. So the installation is ready. So what we'll do is, we'll go to our downloads. And if you see, this is the invoice file which we have downloaded before. So let me open my Metasploit, which is waiting for the victim. And if I double click this file, it says, okay, yes. Nothing is there in the doc file. Okay, that's it. And if you go to Kali Linux, you'll see one request is coming. Something is happening on Kali. One request is coming from the victim, delivering the stage, and one session open. That's it. You got the control of the victim. So what I'll do is sessions-I to interact. What's the session number? 2. And we have the meta part of it. Sysinfo, we are on Windows 7. Screenshot is saved in the root. What's the name? HH. That's what it's opening on the. So if you do run VNC, you can also see the live screen of the victim. Okay, if you see, this is the victim screen you are viewing. If I minimize something, you'll also see it's minimized here on the Kali. So there are so many things basically which we can do while to control the victim through the Metasploit as well. Same way like you control from the Ramcos. But this one is little typical because as you have to do commands for everything. So this Kali Linux and the Metasploit is very deep, which we will be covering in our next series. So right now, I hope you got an idea how the silent exploits work. But the one which I have, it's the semi-silent, because it's not completely FUD and it could not even run on the very latest 2016 version of the Microsoft Office as well. But still, I will call it a semi-silent. But let's scan its detection ratio, that how much antivirus detects it. Last time I scanned it, it was just 4 out of 35. And it's still today. 4 out of 35, that's it. Only 4 antivirus are catching it. So it's really a good semi-silent exploit. It could still work to catch so many victims, which you cannot even imagine. If it would be 0, and it could work on a very latest version as well, but that would cost in thousands of dollars, but that would be the mind-blowing and the best. So I hope you got an idea how the real silent or semi-silent exploits work without the builders and with the builders. So see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.